Hi everyone, this is Elisa from Anaya's Toy Box Crochet, and I'm here to show you what I've been up to. But first, before I dive into what I've been up to, I want to thank you all, every single one of you who has come to watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, let's start. This is what I've been up to.
Hi.
Anyone who's been here, that's my daughter. If anyone's been here before, you might know that I went on a small vacation, and I was working on this before going on vacation, and I actually finished it before I went. I thought I would use up all 3 skeins. I used hand-dyed Haven in the colorway Marmalade. I think it was Marmalade. And I used up pretty much 2 skeins. I had 3 skeins, and I used up 2 of them. Yeah, I thought I would need more. I thought this yarn would not go too far. I've always been afraid to use it because I only had 3 of them. And yeah, it's done. I have 1 more skein of it that I don't know what I'm going to do with. But anyways, this is the lightweight summer shawl by Hooked by Robin. And I found this from watching Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. A lot of people donated this shawl as a lightweight shawl. And I thought it was cute, and I thought it would be good for, using this yarn. And I really, truly thought I'd need all 3 of them to finish it, but I only needed 2. Anyways, I made that one. And then I went on vacation, and I didn't take many projects with me. I took my knit project. I'm not going to show it to you because I am so tired of knitting. I will insert a picture here of me knitting in the beach, and I did enjoy that. That was fun. But towards the end of my trip, where I only took 1 crochet project, which I finished pretty quickly, and I took 1 knit project, I was like, oh, you shouldn't bring a knit project when you're like learning how to knit. You should just leave it and take something that's nice and fun and easy, because towards the end of it, I was done with that. But here's the project I took with me. Isn't it beautiful? This is Shawl in a Ball, and it is the color, what's the color? Mindful Mauve. I got these in January. I bought it when they were having that sale where you get 5 skeins of yarn for $2, for $10. 5 skeins of yarns for $10, so they're $2 each. And this is the color that I only got 1 skein of. I got 2 other colors of Shawl in a Ball, and I got 2 skeins of each of them. But this one I only got 1 skein, so it's not quite a shawl. This is supposed to be the quick and easy poncho top wrap from Bag O' Day. I will enter it into the Bag O' Day along, for sure. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I liked the yarn. I really did like the yarn. And it worked up fast. This pattern is a fast pattern, but it is not a shawl. Here, let me show you from here. Let's see, can you see that? It's a scarf. But hopefully somebody will like it, right? It's not a shawl. But I enjoyed making it. It was beautiful. And I really regretted choosing this colorway. I mean, of course, I should have known. I mean, I chose to get 1 purple on purpose because I always buy purple. This was supposed to be purple. The picture of this, I know it looks more pink, but the picture when I ordered it was purple. And I feel like I'm always buying the purple ones, so I forced myself to buy a different color. And of course, when I pick it up to make something, I choose to take the purple to make something out of it. This is the first time I use Shawl in a Ball. And yeah, I'm going to be right back. I forgot something. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, I was saying, of course, I would pick up the one that I had 1 skein of. I did buy I think it's Mindful Gray, but whatever, it's the gray colors. Like, there's gray colors right here and right here. I could have added it too. But because I had bought 2 gray ones already, and I have enough for a project, I decided not to break those grays up. And I just kept it at the purple. I think it's pretty. I think somebody will like it as a shawl, right? Somebody, hopefully. As a scarf, I mean. Yeah. So then I came home, and since I came home, crochet-wise, I have been feeling a little, I don't know, strange. I came home and I started 2 projects right away. I finished one of them, and this is the classic bear. Isn't he adorable? This is my favorite bear pattern. Like, seriously, I have other bear patterns that I have paid for. This one I paid for too. This is a paid for pattern. It's by Amigurumi. I have shown you this bear a lot. So many times. But anyways, the pattern is by Amigurumi. It is the first pattern I have ever bought. Years and years and years ago. And to this day, it is my favorite bear pattern. I have made so many of these. And if anyone talks to me at all, you will learn that I do not like repeating patterns unless there's been a long time between making them. But you know what? There hasn't really been a long time between me making this one and the last one. You guys saw the last one I made. I think it was with leftover yarn of Bloom, of Premier Bloom. But anyways, I love this pattern. This is my absolute favorite pattern for bears. Like, I have so many, but this is the one I make all the time. And every time I think of making a bear, I will go through the other patterns and say, nah, I like that one better. So this is my favorite bear pattern. It is called Lucas the Teddy. It is by Amigurumi. You can find it on Etsy, you can find it on Ravelry, or both of them, or at least one of them will be linked below. Probably just that Ravelry. But anyways, you can find it there. I love this pattern. I used yarn that I won from a giveaway. It is Red Heart Super Saver. Oh, what was it? It was Red Heart Super Saver Fleck. And the colorway is Buff Fleck. And I won this yarn from Cynthia Crochet and More May. I won it in a giveaway and I loved it. And as soon as I opened it, if you could go back to the video if you like, you'll see that I said, I think I'm going to make a bear out of it. And so I did. I made a bear out of it. So that was one of the patterns I started as soon as I came. Another one I started as soon as I came home was this. Oh, no, I didn't start this as soon as I came home, but it's one that I started since coming home. And this is a Unity Beanie, and it is a pattern, a free pattern from Creations by Jax. Here's the top. Isn't that cool? I really love the texture of this hat. I really like it. Anyways, I have not made any hat not hate hats this year. I made quite a few last year, but this year I haven't been too interested in making hats, and I've only been making hats as gifts. This one is not a gift. This one will be donated probably to Hat Not Hate, and if not Hat Not Hate, then it's going to go to Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. Just because, you know, I'll see if I want to do if I end up making more. The reason why I am hesitant to say it's going to go to Hat Not Hate is I don't want to pay shipping for just one hat. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to make more because I'm going to be going out of town again. Yeah. Frequent traveler. Usually I go to Montreal for a month and a half during the summers. But because of the restrictions in going to Canada, I haven't been able to go home. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for restrictions to lift, and it didn't seem like it was going to happen. So I told my husband, it doesn't seem like we're going to Canada. He goes, so let's go to San Francisco. San Francisco, by the way, is where both my brother and his brother live. So we're going to San Francisco, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done. Anyways, I made 2 new stress balls. They're not weaved in yet, but they're made. I'm going to do a video with the stress balls. I'm going to redo the how to make round amigurumi video because I made that way back, you know, when I first started the channel. And, you know, when I first started the channel, it was pre-COVID, meaning like COVID was around. Everybody knew about COVID. But nobody knew it was airborne yet. It was just some sort of danger that we need to be careful about. And then what happened was we were also having our place renovated. We were installing washing machines. Oh, people who don't use the laundromat, you don't know how lucky you are. Anyways, we installed washing machines and they had to build it all the way up to the top. So they're building the pipes brand new for the building. And so it was a lot of work and they took longer than they were their estimate. I think they always take longer than their estimate, don't you? Anyways, it was supposed to be finished before lockdown. If it had finished on time, it would have been finished before lockdown. But it wasn't. But meanwhile, because the washing machine and the dryer was delivered on what was supposed to be their last day of work, we had a washing machine and a dryer in the living room. And I didn't have any table to film on. So I filmed on my bed, and if you watch the video, you could see it was super hard to crochet under the camera when you're working on your bed and you have to lean over and crochet. You'll see I didn't do much of it. So I think I want to slowly remake those videos, and since I'm making these stress balls anyways, I think it's a good time to remake that video. Anyways, so this is all my finished objects. I didn't show you in the order of when I started them because, you know, I was showing, oh no, these are not all my finished objects. I also just finished these. These are gloves. I started them yesterday. I just finished just a little while ago. I used Lion Brand Feels Like Butter to make it, and I honestly, since I was just making it, I forgot to make a project page out of this, so I don't remember where the pattern is from. But it'll be linked below. It'll be linked below. It's always linked below. These, I'm a little nervous. They're not meant for my kids. I made this for Rose. I thought I'd send some with the stress balls. Since I'm not going to be here in August, I'm not sure how much I can make for the August pattern. So I thought I will send some things like these gloves, or maybe just these gloves with the stress balls. Since I don't know if I'll be able to contribute during August. I started it. It does not fit my 11-year-old. This is meant for kids. These are kids' fingerless gloves. It does not fit my 11-year-old, and it's a little loose on my 6-year-old. So hopefully some 7 or 8 or even 9-year-old will fit into these. Yeah, so I made those yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I started those yesterday. Let's put it where you can see it. There you go. This was the first time I did the moss stitch, and the moss stitch is super stretchy. I really like it. I want to make, I'm a little afraid to make for my daughter, to tell you the truth. I make the same alt knots design of working the back loops and working the length of the gloves all the time, because that's super stretchy stitch. When you're working on the back loop, it's super stretchy. And my daughter always wants it to go like up to here. And when you're making it that long and it's not stretchy, then it just falls as you're walking. You know, gravity just pulls it down. And I don't want to work so hard on something to have it not be usable. And so I'm a little afraid to use different patterns for my daughter. But at the same time, I wanted to try another pattern for fingerless gloves. And so I tried this one, and I really, really liked it. Okay, so my work's in progress. My friends, I do have a little bit of dragon to show you. Just a tiny little bit. But I gotta admit, I did not work on my dragon since I came home. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I will work on it soon, and I will finish it before my trip, hopefully. I mean, I have 2 legs and wings left to go. I just have to make it, and I just have to sit there and make it. And I haven't yet. So I finished these 2 legs. I think I showed you this leg right here that was finished last time, and I actually just finished this leg just before I left. I did not take the dragon with me. And I'm not going to show you the body again, just the legs, because those are what I finished, or what I worked on. You guys have seen the body before, and if you haven't, that's okay. You'll see it soon, hopefully. Oh, sorry. Hopefully, I will finish the dragon soon, and you'll see the whole thing together. But anyways, I worked on that before I left, and I haven't picked it up since. Then I came home. I started on the same day, on the same night I came home. I took out my yarn, and I started that bear, and I started this unicorn. This one obviously is not finished yet. Has quite a bit left to do. But I finished this. This is a pattern by Zizidora. I will link her Etsy shop below. But I did go back to check, and I can't find this particular listing. She's probably, I'm assuming she sold out. I don't think she took it off her store. But I'm working on this pattern, and it's a complicated pattern, just like the dragon. And so, you know, sometimes I work on it, and sometimes I'm like, I need something a little easier. And so I go on to something a little easier. That's basically what's happening. I mean, I finished off making the legs yesterday, meaning the holes for the legs right here. And then I started like finishing up the belly, and I'm like, hey, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And I started those gloves. Basically, that's what's been happening. The reason the classic bear is finished is because it's not so difficult. I started that. So after the classic bear, I was still working on the unicorn. Oh, I forgot to, did I show you this bag? Isn't this bag amazing? I never show you my bags. This is my Amelia Joe bag that the unicorn is living in. And this bag is an Amazon gift bag that I got from Linda, just a crochet sister. And the dragon is living here. And do I have any other bags? Oh, stress balls, anything that I'm sending to Rose or sending as donation is living in this new bag I got. Isn't it so cute? We went to the steamboat, and after we went on the steamboat, I went to the gift shop, and I got myself a new project bag. Love it. And this is full of, well, it's not full, but maybe you can see it. There are stress balls in here. Oh, remember how I said I'm going to put little green stars on the top or the bottom or whatever to make it look like an orange? I did it. I have one there. Well, there's only 2 orange ones and one there. And these balls, I'm not taking them out because you've already seen them, but that's what's in there. So that's where the stress balls are living, and the hat and the mittens and everything else. Well, the shawls and the scarf is done, so it's not living anywhere. It's living in my finished projects bag. But now you know where the bags are, what bags they're living in. Yeah. Oh, there's one more. I was taking this out and I was showing you the bags and got totally distracted. Now, this is something that I should totally be finished with. There is no reason why I shouldn't be finished with this doll, this particular pattern. But I'm not finished. I am just going to open up my iPad and quickly look at the designer's name. Okay, so this is the Spring Floral Cake. Here it is. Isn't it adorable? I really like it. Like, there are some patterns that are what I call deceptively simple. And that means that they are simple patterns, and as someone who went and is just making the pattern, like taking the pattern and following the pattern, it is a nice, easy pattern for you guys. But I know what it's like to design, and these simple, getting the shapes right, I find the simple patterns are the hardest. And so I call these deceptively simple patterns because that's what they are, deceptively simple. I'm missing a red. Okay, so I've finished crocheting everything that needs to be crocheted. It's called the Spring Flower Cake because it's got flowers on top. This is the carnation. And yeah, I was going to say something. Should I say it? Does this look like a carnation to you guys? I'm not going to show it anymore. I don't want to offend anyone, but that's the pattern and that's how it came out. It will be covered mostly, but that's how it came out. Anyways, roses that I haven't finished, I need to, fold them up and sew it up. And then there's these ones, she calls them violets. And then there's the leaf. I dropped one of them on the floor. I'm going to pick it up in a second. Here's the leaf. Here we go. And so those are meant to be sewn on, and they have been made for days now. For days. And they're meant to be sewn on onto this cake, and I still haven't. I haven't sewn them on. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But there it is, my little cake. I loved this pattern so much. Like, I got this pattern off, oh, I forgot to tell you who the pattern writer is. Yarn Blossom Boutique. I will link it down below. Now, I found this pattern years ago, and it was on Ravelry, and it was a free pattern at that time. And so I just put it down in my library, and I didn't think anything of it. And there were other ones that I just said, oh yeah, I'll put it in my library later. It was just in a rush. So I didn't put it in my library, and I totally regret that, because now they're paid for patterns. Not too expensive. They're $1.99 each of the patterns. But she also came out with a book, and I didn't know it was this designer who came up with the book, but I have been eyeing that book for a long time, thinking, should I not? And the reason why I hesitated is because they are simple patterns. But the reason I was attracted to it is because they are deceptively simple patterns. And I know that if I were to try and make it on my own, I would be able to, but I would have to frog quite a few times to get the shape that I wanted. Whereas this one was done for me already, and all I would have to do is follow it. And so I have been waffling about whether I want it or not. And after making that totally cute little cake, it's a little smaller than I expected, but I think part of it is because I crochet tight. It's so cute. I decided, yeah, I want that book. And so I told my husband, and I got it for Eid. Eid was yesterday, by the way. And I'm going to show you what I got for Eid in a different video. So I'll show you the book, just not now. But I did get the book. Hello, sweetie.
Hi.
That's Anaya.
Hi, I'm Nai.
So, yeah. So she's the 11-year blocking the light, sweetheart. She's the 11-year-old that those gloves don't fit, by the way. Hopefully it'll fit somebody. Anyways, this is what I've been up to. I've been making all of these. I have been in a weird crochet mood. There are projects that you're not seeing, that you will never see, that I started and I ripped up. There are many projects that I started, and I did like 1 or 2 rows, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I ripped it up. Or I don't like the way it looks in this yarn, and ripped it up. I have been in a weird crochet mood. Just an FYI. But anyways, this is what I got done. It's been over a week since I last did a video. I will try to do another video, but with this sort of weird mood, I have no idea. I'm hoping I will finish everything that I have going right now before I leave. So the unicorn, the dragon, and the cake. Okay, I just need to sew in the cake. So hopefully the cake will be done today. But I'm hoping the unicorn, the dragon will be finished before we go. I don't know. Or maybe next week. So I don't know if they will be. But I'm also going to I will take my tripod, not this one, but my little tripod. And I'll see if I record over there. It depends if I crochet over there, right? I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't, but at the same time, I'll be hanging out with friends and, well, family. And so I might be too distracted to crochet. I don't know. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. The reason why I'm going to redo those videos is because I got myself a new tripod. This is a desktop tripod, and whoops, I'll have to tighten that. But basically, you put your phone here, and you put this on the table, kind of like that, which you can't really see. You put it on the table like that. You could widen the thing, and you should be able to see what you're doing through your phone. And I'm hoping that works, because seriously, when I made that jellyfish, if you go back, you'll see a jellyfish pattern. I did that video twice. So I made 2 jellyfish. The first time, almost always, it was half in frame. But because I couldn't see what my camera was recording at that moment, I wasn't always on screen. And so that sucked. I did not post that video. It did not turn out. The second video, I managed to stay in frame pretty much the whole time. That's the one you'll see, and you'll see the quality of that video. Not good. I managed to stay in frame, but what I didn't realize is that my phone wanted to focus on the wood grains of the table under it. Like it's like got those faux grains on it to make it look like a wood table. And my camera wanted to focus on that and wouldn't focus on what I was crocheting. So it's a blurry video. And I have not done a tutorial since. Even though I have plans to make tutorials, I have patterns that I want to make tutorials for, I just haven't because I'm afraid of how they're going to turn out. And I'm afraid of doing all that work because my friends' tutorials are not easy to make. I'm afraid of doing all those works and scrapping the video. So I'll be honest, I haven't made any of the tutorials I've been planning to make because of that. And so I'm easing myself in by making the how to make round amigurumi tutorial, which hopefully will work out. And I have high hopes for this. I really have high hopes for this tripod, and I hope it works. I do. If it does, well, even if it doesn't, you'll see the result of it, and you'll be able to say, uh-oh, Elisa's plan didn't work, or yay, it did, in one of my future videos. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. Bye.